in loving memory of Noriko Masumoto Garoff, gone but never forgotten. Thanks for tuning in to the second season of the Pond Moves First podcast. The song that you are now listening to is the second verse of the chess song. I wrote the chess song to teach children the basics of chess.
Capture the enemy. One king, one queen, two bishops, two rooks, two knights, two players, eight pawns, one.
Hello and welcome back to the Pond Moves First podcast, where we talk about the show, public access show Neighbors, where we teach the basics of chess through music, movement, and song. In our first season, the episodes were about us trying to find a group of singers to sing the chess song and the auditions we had and the neighbors that were involved. This season, it's just my daughter and I going to Philadelphia and going to 3 community centers. This episode that we're going to look at today is the 5th episode, and it was recorded at the Towey Playground in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And let's go back. I love the neighbor song. If you go back to the first season, you'll see how Tyree saved us because I wrote a theme song. And people weren't too happy with it.
It's all good. We all get along. Clap your hands, sing along to the song. Young people, you ain't gotta do wrong.
And that's the Greenwich Police Department. That's the Rivera Center first. This is the Nelson Center. Everybody was so great, so welcoming. And that's the Towey Center. Anna, I think his name is Brian, but I think the Rivera gentleman was Brian too. We'll find out because we do interview them. Yes. 2011. 12 years ago. And I always recorded in February.
This episode is brought to you by
I do everything in February. As I'm recording now, I'm in Nevada.
Yeah, here.
And I picked Nevada because
pretty neat.
it has the weather. I want the sunny weather, but the cool air. And I make all my moves in February.
Of the Towey. That is awesome. It's just, they said the parking right here. Great, those murals.
Yeah, you didn't see any gold curtains behind me, right? Yeah. Oh, the word to what that is came to my head and went out. That's a beautiful, where you take these little pieces of glass and you put them all together. They usually have them on the floors. But it was beautiful on the side of the Towey Community Center. And the center looks good. That's Serena. She's on the telephone swinging at the Towey. I keep saying center, but it's the playground. The Rivera was a recreational center. It wasn't a playground. So, and now we're here. Oh, it's so beautiful. It is so, the yellows, the bright colors, and they match the playground equipment.
The Towey Center.
13. So he'd be 25 now, right?
So we're gonna learn today singing the chess song. How long have you been coming to the Towey playground?
So I was like 5.
Okay, and it's a nice place to play.
Yeah.
You feel really safe here?
Yeah.
Which is good. I need you to say a few things for me. I
Okay.
need you to say, I love the Towey Playground.
This always got them.
I love the Towey.
Just like that.
Yeah. It's your husband, right?
I wasn't doing the editing at the time.
This is a great place.
So, and I had to edit outside, I mean, at the public access station, which was, what's the name of it? I can't think of the name of the thing, the public access right now went out my head. But anyway,
Elementary school.
when I had to edit, I had to go there and use the reel to reels and chop it up like that. And it was very hard. I'd have to take it from the big camera, put it on their machine, burn it onto a DVD, take the DVD home, upload it, and then do the editing and such. So that was a lot. With Matthew, he had the equipment. I think at the time he was working at this electronics place, so he had the equipment. He could just take a plug and plug it into the
I guess you say.
camera.
Or just something, because we're using her songs and we just need you to fill that in.
Okay. I want y'all to listen to that. I want y'all to listen to me too, right? Here we go. I'll turn it.
And what grade are you in? Do you play chess? I do.
I really want them to look back at this and
You know, can you identify the chess pieces or anything like that? We'll do that later on today. I need you to say a few things for me. I need you to say, in your own way, you can say, I love what we want the audience to say, boy, I can't wait to get to the Towey Playground. This place is.
that's what I was doing it
So I
for.
need you to say, I love Towey Playground in a way that,
But it was so hard for me to make shorts. Now, a smartphone, I'd have whipped out that short and had it on the internet in no time. But 12 years ago, it wasn't that easy.
So can you do that for me? And I love the Towey, said that's the word. I love the Towey Playground.
I love the Towey.
You know, I was thinking I could help the community centers as well.
Yes.
You know, saying, we're here, we're here. You know, it's a safe place for your kids. Come on over.
Chess is best.
Chess is.
That was going to be another one of my shorts. Different now. Like I said, I would have my smartphone, done that, sliced it up.
Yeah. I would have go to law school.
Okay, chess can help you do that.
He wants to go to law school and be a lawyer.
What's your name?
Taylor.
Okay, and how old are you, Taylor?
I'm 12.
12, so 24.
Do you play chess?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What's your favorite?
Taylor's a nice young girl,
Why the queen?
nice brown hair. Everyone likes the
I
queen.
need you to say a few things for me. Say it. I love the Towey Playground. Like you want to. So once again.
Again, me in the shorts. And if you go to a neighbor's TV hyphen chess song, you'll be able to see the videos. And
He said, I love the Towey. Like, that's to me.
I love Towey's Playground.
yeah, and she did it so perfectly. She swung her thumb around and I love the Towey Playground.
Chess is the best.
But I didn't do the editing. I could only make suggestions, but
What do you do?
I want to go to college, and I actually have two things in mind, a backup plan. I want to be like a famous actor, but if I can't do that, I want to be a CSI, a crime scene investigator.
Very good.
crime scene investigator.
Anthony,
How old are you, Anthony?
10.
Anthony's 10, he's 22 now.
You play chess, Anthony? No. Okay, do you know about the chess piece?
Anthony has on glasses and this nice red shirt and
Let's talk about the Towey.
with some kind of design on it. He has glasses on.
This is the greatest place, isn't it? Come on, guys. It's the greatest place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to.
I was trying to hype him up.
To say like, Towey's the
You
best.
know.
Okay. I love Towey Playground. Towey is the best. You know, but say I love Towey Playground. So take your time.
Okay, we're going back 12 years. And
Perfect. This.
when I spoke to my cousin who got us to Philadelphia, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So
I love chess.
And
I said at the after school program at the That would be the last episode.
But you're gonna graduate from high school.
When we talked about the after school program that they have there, Philadelphia.
Oh, okay, so you're going for basketball. Okay, all right, that's it. England, very good.
He's going for the NBA. Yay! After School Activities Partnership helps schools, libraries, and recreation centers provide fun, enriching, out of school time activities and experiences to engage, encourage, and inspire youth in Philadelphia. See, here's Serena.
But you know you got it. It captures by moving diagonally. Just protect the king. Just protect the king.
Did she sing?
Just protect the king. Just protect the king. The rope goes horizontal and vertically. Forward and backward, if you please. A spin empty square in between the capture the enemy.
She never really got into the song Respect. Such, you do.
One vision moves on black, the other on white.
Or did she say she did know that? I'm going back 12 years. I'm 65. I forgot a lot that time.
Is the most powerful piece. It controls more squares than the others. Forwards, backwards, diagonally. Number of squares she cannot jump over pieces, but she can capture. The knife jumps from one square to another. In an L shape, baby, you got it. It crosses two squares in a straight line, and then one square, either left to right, either left to right, either left to right, either left to right. The king is the most important piece. Though not the strongest.
She put her own take on it. But that's the song is so easy. You can put your own take on it.
Not saved, then you lose again. The king is in checkmate. The king is in checkmate. The king is in checkmate. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, just as important game to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, champions, what you see. One king, one queen, two bishops, two rooks, two knights, two players, 8 pawns to board. Oh yeah, gonna keep on trying. I'll be back.
Yes, and I like respect. Wasn't that beautiful? Oh, I wish great success and great luck for all of them. Now we have two of the kids from the Towey Center playing chess. One teaching the other one. I should be talking this as a podcast, right? I'm listening to the music and watching them play chess. And we were so welcome at the Towey Center. We were really very welcome at the Towey Center. Very welcome. So much fun, so much support. And to put it out on the ethers, kids are playing chess and learning and making good decisions. Well, the little boy that we saw that didn't know how to play chess, now he knows he's learning how to play chess. They're teaching him. And he's starting out like it's checkers. And she's showing him how the move the queen makes, the pawns. But Ralph, and I'll put it in this episode, Les Castle, which is, they say a good move to start off. Towey Playground, 8232 North Howard Street. They have a wide variety of programs and services. Find them at philagov.org.
Hello, my name's Pat Kane. I'm the recreation
Okay, his
leader
name is
two
Pat.
here at Towey Playground, located in Howard Burks in Philadelphia. Uh, the Towey Playground was built in 1960 and was under the supervision and leadership for 31 years of William Carney. Bill was a legend in this neighborhood, and 3 years ago, I was transferred here to succeed Bill. And to say the least, I had big shoes to fill. Here at Towey, we run various basketball leagues and soccer leagues for youth and adult. We have a volleyball league.
It was a very windy day. Remember, it's February, so it's a little chill in the air.
Snack and dinner for 50 kids on an average. And it's just a safe place for everybody to come to in this area. And that's what me and my staff, Ryan Bonner, my assistant, and Adam Bodon, my RSI, try to convey that this is a safe place for especially the kids in the area to come to.
Yeah,
We're open Monday through Friday from 1 to 9:30, and on Saturday 8 to 4:30 in the afternoon. On Saturday, we are closed on Sunday. One of the probably the best programs that we have here at the playground is our after school program. One of the main reasons
it's very windy, so the wind is blowing, and blowing his voice away.
Real connection to the neighborhood. Everybody knows the Saturday. Like I stated before, each kid has homework time, get them a snack when they get here. We also serve them dinner. And for a lot of kids here, they don't get to eat. And then we do arts and crafts. We have a chess program. Been surprising.
He's outside in the wind, sitting in front of that beautiful.
And once again, we really give a sense of
artwork,
a safe place where kids can come and relax, have a space that is theirs. Part of the responsibility is to keep the after-school program clean. And like I said, she really runs a tight ship back there. But also has in mind the number one thing is we want them to have fun and to be safe.
This anything?
Yeah, that's me. I'm in the gym with Patrick.
Maybe a little biased, but this is I would say this is one of the top gyms in the whole city of Philadelphia. It's the same structure when it was built in 1960. And it has a real
It's a big open area. It almost looks like an airplane hangar on the top, the way it's shaped around. And
I think that's why it able to hold its own after being
open for 50 years.
This is where the children come every day after school.
I hope it's still open.
Under supervision of Adam Bodon, and come here to do their homework and have a snack, play games, arts and crafts, checkers, and then about 5:30 every day.
It's a nice little area. I mean, it's also AKA storage room, but
we have about 30 to 40 kids.
It's enough to fit 30 to 40 kids.
And one of the jobs
they have refrigerators, stoves, everything for the kids. Okay. I wanted to do this podcast because, like I said, it's 12 years now. I'm 65 years old. And again, we have 6 seasons, and it was a good show on public access. And it's still a good show now that I'm used for the podcast, talking about it through the podcast. And what I want to do is just to put it out there for the kids. I don't know, maybe one of them down on their luck, they don't remember that, I got them as kids when they had stars in their eyes. So that's why now I'm doing the podcast, because I want to bring it back out for them. Maybe one of them needed it.
Okay. Almost us.
I got to tell you a strange thing. This is the last center, and my daughter and I, we purchased those things for the recording for them to sing, the helmets, uh, the swords, different things to look more military-ish for the recording. And it was so strange how, we started out with nothing, hoping that we could get there, and we didn't run out of gas. And by the time we got to the third season, we were able to buy little things. So that was amazing. And buy us lunch.
Square, straightforward, you know you got it. Captures by moving diagonally. Just protect the pain. Just protect the pain. Just protect the pain. Just protect the pain. Horizontal and vertically. Forward and back.
Some knew what to do, others didn't know what to do. What I really wanted was almost to have someone choreograph specifically towards the chess song.
Diagonally. Forward and backwards.
Now the kids are just listening to the song, free spiriting, using the swords, using the hats, just dancing.
Okay.
And then we have the two girls. Oh, we have the chest blanket. The chest blanket is back. If you saw the first season, that's when the chest blanket was just made. And they have crowns on. One has a crown on, the other girl has a jacket. They just move around. They don't know what to do. But I'm so appreciative of to them being part of the program and in the program. And then we have 2 nights. Let's see.
The night jumps from
Oh,
one square to another.
my dear friend Alexander Rhoda is singing that song.
Crosses 2 squares in a straight line.
Maybe 4 hours, she and I at the garage band on her Apple computer.
Though not the strongest.
Matt did very good in editing this section. Yeah, he did good editing.
It's not safe. Then you lose the game. The king is in Japan.
I didn't get a computer to do editing until we were into the 4th season. See?
Baby, you got it. Square, straightforward.
So much fun. They run back and forth. Going back and forth with the horses. And now the bishop comes towards the camera. And now they're just walking around and the music's playing. And now we have the 2 girls, the 2 queens came through. They're dancing, having a good time. See, I know chess is a serious game, but to learn the basics of it, I said, don't turn the kids off before they learn the game. So the chess song, it makes it lighter, it's fun, and this is the music, this is the background music that Alex and I put together. Yeah, we were sitting at that garage band doing it.
There are 2 books when you are playing chess.
A chess song overview by Taylor Torres.
Vertically and horizontally. Back and forth. This is the knight. The knight, you would have 2, of course. It can move up 3 over 2, or it can go to the side 3 and up 2. It doesn't matter.
Kids teaching kids.
This is the
So
bishop.
great.
The bishop only moves diagonally.
Excuse me, y'all.
That's the bishop. This is your king. The king is the most prized possession when you are playing chess. If
She
your
said
king is
prized
taken,
possession.
you lose the game. And the king can only move 1 space at a time, but it can move anyway, diagonally, front, back, or side. And there's only 1 king in the game. This is a queen. The queen can move as many spaces as it wants. It can move to the side, up, down, horizontally, vertically. It doesn't matter. And your king is very important to have in the game because it protects your king the most because it can just move quickly as possible as you need it.
Because men protect women all the time.
When you're having one turn, the queen, you can move your queen as far as you want her, but you
They say women protect men all
only
the time.
move her once in your turn, and then you have to wait till it's your turn again.
And now let's castle with Ralph.
Hey, what's up, Castlers? This is Eladef07 for Let's Castle Chess, here to just explain or do a quick explanation of castling. Castling is basically protecting your king. It's the best way to protect your king. And how do you castle? Well, first, you want to develop your bishop, which is on F1, and your knight on G1, so you can have space between your king on E1 and your rook on H1, so you can do what's called castling. And how do you do that? Well, we first developed that pawn. Now we want to develop the knight to F3. And now we developed the bishop to, let's say, C4. So now you see that we have space between our king on E1 and the rook on H1. So now we are able to castle. But before we castle, I see that our opponent has developed his knight to F6, and that's attacking the pawn on E4. So you don't want to give up a pawn. So we're going to defend that pawn by moving our pawn to D3. So now he can no longer take that pawn for free. And now he develops his bishop so he can prepare to castle kingside. And now we can castle kingside. And, you know, what is castling? That's basically moving your king toward the rook on H1 and putting your rook on the opposite side of that king, like so. Okay, so now the king is well insulated, well encapsulated, far from danger. That is castling. Now, had we moved the king to here, we can no longer castle. All right? In order to castle, you must not have moved your king from its starting position, and you must not move your rook from its starting position. Once you've done that, you've lost your ability to castle. Okay? Also, another way that prevents you from castling is if your opponent checks your king. You can't castle out of a check. See, this bishop is attacking the king now. So now we can't castle anymore. We're not allowed. You can't castle out of a check. You're also not allowed to castle through a check. See how that knight is sitting on G3? Now I can easily take that knight away by taking it with my pawn, but I'm doing this just for a point. That knight is sitting on G3, so that means it's attacking squares F1, E2, and H1, where that rook is sitting. And now I am no longer able to castle because I cannot castle through F1. You can't castle through a check. That knight is attacking that square. All right, so you can't castle through a check. You can't castle if you're checked, if the king is checked. And you can't castle if you have moved your king from its original square or the rook from its original square. Okay? You can also castle queenside, but in order to do that, you would have to get rid of this, well, develop the queen, the bishop, or the knight. All right? And that is a quick explanation of castling. I'm Eladef07 for Let's Castle Chess. Stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.
And now Matt edited the Chess with Julie segment.
Next is the knight. Okay, the knight moves in an L shape. So actually, let me put him in the middle of the board. He
She's
goes
so
out,
good.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I actually have them show how many moves he can go from this one space.
I mean, who thinks of putting a show together about chess?
The versatility of the knight.
I had to. I couldn't sleep at night. I didn't understand what these young people are out here doing. I was like, chess will make you think.
On the board. So now he has 8 all around. Now what's interesting about the knight is if you move him over, he no longer has 8. He actually loses some strength. And he only has, yeah, he's weak, that's right. Now he only has 6 moves. You move him over, now he only has 4. But he's still sneaky. Okay, so that is the knight.
Wow, isn't that so simple?
The knight jumps from one square to another.
I want to tell you, when I was a teen, my brother-in-law uh called himself teaching me chess. I made it through the game. I learned how the pieces move, but I could never sit down and play a game with him again. He totally turned me off. He totally turned me off to chess. And that's another reason why I did this song and why we have the chess song, because it's not a turn off. It's a good exercise in critical thinking and thinking ahead and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted the kids to be able to receive the basics of it very simply, very easily. And what better way is through repetition and a song?
In an L shape, baby, you got it. He crosses 2 squares in a straight line, and then 1 square, either left or right, either left or right, either left or right, either left or right. 1 king, 1 queen, 2 bishops, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 players, 8 pawns, 1 board.
This is the song we put together. Thank you, Miss Franklin. That's this is the kids from the Nelson Center. Diagonally. See, and that's how I had to break it diagonally. And now we're back at the Towey Center with the kids, and they're dancing. And in between, they're listening. They're listening.
The bishop moves diagonally, forwards and backwards in a way.
And this is a montage of some scenes from the first season and mixed with the second season. And now the music is playing over the kids just moving the chess pieces. And we're back at the Rivera Center with Ave. And now we're at the Nelson Center with the dancers. I'm trying to think, how can I get to when I get home, because I'm out west in Nevada. When I get home, I'm going to make a donation to the Nelson Center that just reopened. Yeah. So they're taking donations to work on it. And then we have our dancers. Yes. Neighbors and the staff of the Towey Playground, thank you for watching. Yes. I'm amazed every time I look at it. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Anna. From the Towey. They didn't know until I sent them the DVD how it all worked out. Them just standing there doing it on Sorry about my phone blowing up like that. I did put in, like I tell you, I'm in Nevada. So I did put in the order so early, and I said, deliver at 5, because I figured I'd be done with the podcast. Neighbors in Philadelphia. That's the Rivera Center. That's the Nelson Center. Just so great. You know.
Hi, Miss Franklin. I'm Serena Lugo. I've been working with Vicky and her daughter for 3 weeks now, and I had the pleasure of getting to use your instrumental and put their chess song based on your song. And I've learned it. I like the song. You're an incredible inspiration to me, and it's a great opportunity for me to do this.
That was Serena. Yes. And now we have the credits roll. And I know it doesn't make any sense. Why would this old Black woman want to make a show about teaching kids the basics of chess? And again, also, why would the old woman want to do a podcast about her trying to teach kids the basics of chess, the music, movement, and song? But but it is what it is. And I I did it. And I hope that the kids who participated in it as adults now are very successful, have wonderful lives, and maybe I'll keep this floating around on YouTube, and maybe when you get a little older or you have kids, or you'll be on YouTube and pop. Not only will the old episodes of the public access show pop up, but also the podcast where you can see me. Hi. And I'm just very happy and proud that the program came out as well as it did. And of course, thanks to my daughter Leslie, who was the driver, the camera person, and she put up with me. Matthew, he did the editing. Miriam was my counselor, and of course Alex, who sung that song smoothly. The leather voice, or should I say the silk voice? Well, my voice is too deep. Thanks for tuning in to the Pond Moves First. Please leave a comment, share, and come back next time. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon. I think I said I'll see you soon.